It's a lovely day, not quite as sunny, but we've just been speaking to some really nice people. A lovely old gentleman who used to do this piece of canal several times from here to Broadston. He says it's lovely.
Well, we've done some of it before, haven't we?
Yeah.
So today we are heading for Berkhamsted.
We're going through Berkhamsted, which is where we got married.
Indeed.
Yeah, 36 years ago.
Anyway.
Anyway, we're looking forward to today, and off we go.
Let's get past this leaf. Leave me alone. So to Berkhamsted, we've had a quick look, haven't we? How many locks we got to get through to Berkhamsted?
8 to actually get onto the outskirts of Berkhamsted.
And that's only 3 or 4 miles, isn't it? And that's only 3 or 4 miles, then 5 in Berkhamsted.
Yeah, and I need to go shopping because we need supplies.
Okay, so we've got a fair few locks, so that'll keep us busy this morning.
It certainly will.
So lock number 1 of the day anyway, not lock number 1 totally. So there was a boat coming down, which was quite handy. The lock was full, but he's emptied that. And now we're going to go up. And out we go through the lock. So that's 7 more to Berkey. So we've had a brief, 5 minutes between locks, Lynda?
Yeah.
I think we'll get used to that today. And lock number 2 for us. Train line running alongside. Apparently the space between the canal and the railway was watercress was farmed for many years, until quite recently, didn't you say, Lynda? 1980s? So
1980, no.
So along here there was a lot of watercress farmed for quite a way up and down here. Okay, let's get ready for this lock. Look at the amount of growth on those lock gates. Keep a biologist happy for months investigating what's on there. Lock was pretty much empty when we got there. I think Lynda had to empty a couple of inches out by the look of it. So, got so noisy. Train. Okay, let's get in through there. So is this a lock garden? Got everything growing there. Perhaps it's a new way of reinforcing lock gates, as CRT have come up with. Any nettles to stingers as we go through? Oh no. Oh yeah, a bit of stingers and a bit of everything really. In fact, the whole lock's rather weedy. So this is the main Euston to Glasgow line that hurtles through here, regular trains. And it obviously crosses the canal here. Think of the changes canal boaters have seen back in the old days. 1830s, 1840s, seeing little steam trains puffing over, very different. Actually, round about here, somewhere around here, isn't it, Winkwell, yeah, is the scene of quite a nasty accident. I'll tell you about it in 1 minute. So we're just about to go under the train bridge. We've got some weed there on the top, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, look, there's quite a lot on the side.
Yeah, a lot just there. Anyway. So we're just about to go under the train bridge, and actually round about here, not exactly this spot, but somewhere around here, Winkwell it was recorded as, in 1945 the Perth to Euston sleeper train came off the track and fell down the embankment. Now there's been embankments, some quite high ones around here, isn't it? And unfortunately killed 43 people in a pretty horrific accident. So here we are, idyllically, peacefully pottering down the canals. There's the bridge behind me, the train to go over.
Train did go over as well.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, tragedy for some poor people here. Sleeping on a train, having a wonderful time, and then that.
Actually, while you're on about death and destruction, not quite as horrific, but I think quite amusing. Joseph Bugg, the Winkwell lockkeeper.
The Winkwell's just coming up, isn't it?
Coming up 3 locks, the Winkwell lockkeeper. He imbibed a little bit too much festive spirit on Christmas Day in 1948. 1848, sorry, not 1948. And he ended up in a watery grave.
Fell in the lock.
Fell in the lock.
I thought it was 1898.
Might be 1898.
Yeah, Lynda's really getting the dates right here. I think 1898.
1898, Joseph Buck came to a watery grave after imbibing too much festive spirit on Christmas Day.
Yeah, well done, Lynda. You got there. You know, you can tell that we don't do many re-recordings.
I can't be bothered with them things.
So what you see is what you get with us, as you know by now. Occasionally we do something again.
That's I can't be bothered.
I even keep in when you call me idiot.
Well, sometimes you are.
Anyway, that kettle must be boiling.
Ooh,
Let's have a cup of tea.
Time.
So we're approaching lock 3, I think it is, of our day. You lose track, don't you? Lock 3, lock 4. And quite a lot of activity here. Quite a lot of boats. Cranes, there's obviously a workshop or something over here. Boats bought and sold, it says over there. So yeah, quite a lot of activity, and we've got a lock, and looking at the water coming through the bottom, we need to empty it. So we're leaving the lock now, and straight ahead is the swing bridge. You've got your key for it, haven't you, Lynda? Oh, it's a level crossing one. Oh, Lynda's going to get a sense of power now. It's a level crossing one, look, with barriers by the looks of it and lights that go down, just like when a train goes across. Kind of cool, really. So Lynda's at the bridge, key in, barrier down, and the bridge is slowly but surely opening. Now, there's a really nice pub where we used to be, just to the right over there, because when we lived down in Hemel, when we first got married, we're talking 1980s, we regularly used to come down here and think how nice it was. Well, it is nice. No traffic being held up. Oh yeah, traffic both ways. A couple of cars there. And there's the pub we used to drink in. So there's the cars going back over, Lynda walking up. It's so nice here. And straight ahead, next lock. So I'm going to meet Lynda up there, obviously. So we've just left that lock. And as is typical of this bit of canal, you can just see up ahead, end of this straight bit, the next lock. Nice assortment of boats up here though. I'm not going to attempt to say that name. So it's had about what, 5-10 minutes, Lynda, we're out of lock?
Ooh, 6 or 7.
Well, 6 or 7 maybe. And here's the next lock. There's a boat behind us though, we shared the last lock with them. They were first there. So makes it a bit easier. 2 boats.
A few locks that going up into Berkhamsted.
Yeah, he's going to Berkey the same as us. Last few locks. So that'd be nice. So we're in the lock, next lock. And our fellow travellers picked up a load of junk. Oh dear, waiting to get in. What you got?
Oh, a lot.
Oh dear. So it's like a coat, pair of trousers.
That could be a pair of curtains.
Can I borrow this?
What's that? I've got a sharp edge.
Bargy Bill.
Ooh, that could be
Lynda's got the Bargy Bill out now.
Yeah.
She's always wanted to use it. Just don't slice your prop. What a mess. We certainly picked something up earlier, but it's just a bit of weed, I think, and I'll clean ours out when we get to Berkey. Oh! My God! I'm surprised you got in my lock. Well, Lynda, your Bargy Bill's coming useful. Hey! Look at that!
Well, it's actually got a saw blade on the side of it as well.
Yeah.
An impressive weapon, that is.
It looks like something out of Game of Thrones, doesn't it, I always think?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the back post.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, any orcs attacking, that's what you need.
I'll let it dry out.
Excellent. So, we can undo the lock and get on. Well, would you, Adam, and leave it? Another lock.
Yeah, but this one's very picturesque. It's a nice little block cottage.
It's lovely.
Lovely.
To be honest, this whole bit's been smashing, hasn't it?
Really pretty.
So along the railway all the way, they follow each other, as always. And looking at the lock gates, again, there's no water. Oh, there's a bit of water coming through. So we'll need some emptying. Just going together is much easier that way. And in we go. So the boat we were going through the locks with is moored up here. He's off to Berkhamsted as well. We're going to go a bit further, not quite in the town centre yet. Probably a couple more locks, do you reckon, Lynda? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's beautiful here. So nice. Lovely houses. And not just lovely houses, surprisingly, a large hippo.
Oh, yeah. And a dolphin.
Where?
In the front one.
Oh yeah, I missed that. So this is yet another lock. 2 locks will take us, we're thinking, to the centre of Berkhamsted. That'll do us. So there's this one and one other straight after. But isn't it picturesque? Lovely heron. Seems totally unconcerned by us guys. As he should be. And we're into the lock by a pub. It's very bright straight ahead. Oh look, the house of a rising sun. Huh? One of my favourite songs. There is a house. No, I won't sing. So out of this lock, straight up to the next one. So Lynda's going to walk up, I'll just pull up by those posts, mooring posts. And after this lock we'll definitely find somewhere to moor. It's well past lunchtime, got some shopping to do. It's a lovely area. These pubs look rather tempting. I wonder, pub lunch. Here we are, the port of Berkhamsted. Who'd have thought there was a port in North Hertfordshire? So picturesque. So, nice mooring, hopefully straight after here. And I'll see if I can persuade Lynda to come for a pub lunch. Sounds a lot more appetising than a sandwich or something. Oh, gates are opening. Let's get in. So the other side of that lovely bridge by the pub, it says Grand Junction Canal. Now some of you will think, well, I thought it was the Grand Union Canal, but it was the Grand Junction Canal until 1st of January 1929, when apparently the Regent's Canal in London and the Grand Junction Canal decided the only way to stay competitive against the railways and other forms of transport, lorries, was to improve the network and remarket, and off they went. So that's the old name of Grand Junction. So now we have a totem pole.
Ah yes, that was a gift from Canadian people. It's a genuine Indian totem pole.
So not a mock-up. And there's a lovely pub called the Crystal Palace. But
genuine and imported from Canada by the owner of a timber yard which stood on the site before it was redeveloped for housing.
So that's obviously the housing. Very nice though.
And this pub here...
That is lovely. I bet they do nice lunches, Linda.
No, they probably do nice lunches.
I bet they do lovely lunches when you're hungry and it's well past lunchtime.
I bet they do. That pub...
What, the Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace. Designed and built by the guy who designed and was in charge of building of the Crystal Palace.
Where the great exhibition was of 1851.
An amazing totem pole.
It's not what you expect to see.
And I was reading, there's such a lot of canal business that took place in Berkhamsted.
Obviously an important place.
Canal too.
Very nice bridge.
Hub of transport.
Berkhamsted, hub of transport allegedly.
Loads of it.
Well, you've certainly got the railways, you've got the Grand Union Canal, or Grand Junction as it used to be called. Here's the railway station. Apparently the railway was opened, I think, 1838. This railway we've been going along the side of.
Well, the railway station, and then it should be the lock, and then we can moor up hopefully.
Well, the Grand Junction, as it was called, was 1780s, 1790s, I'm not sure. I'll put the date underneath. But I think the railway was 1838. So they had a good run, did the Canal Company, before they lost all their trade. Well, all their trade, lost a lot of their trade to the railways. But Berkhamsted is very picturesque. It's a lovely little town. Right, we did say more after that last lock, but we're going to do one more because we're right near Waitrose. Waitrose have a mooring, don't we, Linda?
Yes.
So we can moor actually at Waitrose. And after we moored there, we'll nip to Aldi because it's cheaper. No, we won't.
No, because it has.
Moored up for the lock. Beautiful bridges. Berkhamsted's really made an effort. A highway laid with water. Braunston 60 miles. The Grand Junction Canal. Silent and sure. Yeah, they got the marketing department doing a good job. And in we go. Yet another lock. This was about number 12 by now. 11? No idea. 9? 9 or 10 or 11? Or possibly 12. I know I need to stop, I've had enough. So we moored up at the shop and drop zone at Berkey. Went to walk up and down the town, which was very nice. Got some provisions in Waitrose, and we're now off to find a mooring just up the road if we can. So we've just left a lock straight after Waitrose, this one, and the one ahead you could tell was empty. There was no water coming through. In fact, somebody had left the paddles open. So while we're filling this one, I walked up there and did the door, the gate. So now we're going to go and go in here. I'm pretty sure I've got some weed on my prop. I must stop and clean it. But I'll get past these locks. We're going to moor up pretty soon, so I'll do it then. I think this is lock 13 for the day. Train! Right by the line. Just behind those bushes on the right, where the train line is. Hopefully our last lock of the day. I've had enough. I'm fed up. So I said just back there, that was the last lock we was going to find a mooring. So I got into this pound here, and it's really low. And the water just seems to be getting lower. I mean, there's like a flow on it. So the next lock weren't far ahead. So I decided to go to the next lock. So Lynda's doing that now. Hopefully the next one's got a bit more water in it, then we'll moor up. So after about, what, 13 locks I think it was?
Yes.
We've moored up in a lovely spot. And earlier Lynda was on about when we helped that boat. What's it called? Your
My Bargy Bill.
So Lynda's got a Bargy Bill and she's just going to explain it to you. One moment.
First of all, you take off the protective covering, which I had made in very, very strong leather. I'll put the name of the person who did it for me in the comments below. This is a Bargy Bill, which has lots of different hooks on it for you to hook things out when you've got the prop. Plus, it's got a very, 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 very sharp blade to hacksaw blade to scissor off things like curtains that are wrapped around a props. And I'm sure the people that we helped were very grateful and were very impressed with my Bargy Bill that my husband keeps laughing at.
I think it looks like a weapon from Game of Thrones or from Lord of the Rings for Orc Slayer. But to be honest, it's it's going to be helpful. It certainly helped that chap, didn't it, today, Lynda?
Yes, and when you're getting a tent stuck round, you'll be grateful and be saying, Lynda, can I use your Bargy Bill?
Well, there you go. Excellent stuff.
Right, and we've done 14 locks today.
We did do 40 men, didn't we? Right, I've got a job now before we sort of pack up for the night.
It has been extremely weedy.
So I've got to get down the weed hatch, which you may not have seen before, so we'll show you now.
Right, now my husband's going to do what I call a blue job. A job for men, not for women. But also there's a good reason. You need long arms. And I haven't got long arms, which my husband has.
You've got little diddy arms to match your little diddy body. Right, you're going to show, here's the...
I'll come in. That's, what was that called that you've just...
the clamp that holds it down.
It's the clamp.
And now, I'm going to put this here. Oh, here comes... Right.
A big black thing.
This is the hatch cover with a baffle plate on the bottom to stop it from splashing up.
And that's it.
Now I'm pretty sure there's loads down there.
Well, there's lots of that duckweed I can see already.
Yeah, that don't matter too much. So I'm going to try and get, I know there's going to be a lot, so there's no point in me just having a little feel. I'm going to get down here. Neil.
You get down there and kneel. Kneel before me, man.
Thank you, Lynda. Ow.
Ooh. He's out, ooh, out in. Ooh, watch your head, darling.
I'll bang it every time I do this job. Right. I bet there's nothing here now.
Actually, he just put it in reverse and a load of gunk came off it. And I said to him, oh, there's a load of gunk come off. Oh no, there's still some weed, don't worry. I don't want him to feel as if he's done all this for nothing.
Well, we got a lot off with reverse, like you said.
I'll show you it all when he's finished. There's some more yet, is there?
Yeah, long stringy stuff.
Long stream.
That reverse drive.
Honestly, loads of gunk. I could see loads of stuff come off. Here he is. More gunk.
So, all that was wrapped around the prop. And there was a load more because I just couldn't rev it, could I? You heard it?
No.
It was like, struggling away. So.
Have you now cleaned it?
Yeah, that's enough off.
He didn't need to borrow my Bargy Bill on this occasion because it was weed.
Or a pair of curtains or...
The Bargy Bill comes in handy when you have things that shouldn't be, at least weed is in a canal and you expect it in a canal, but you shouldn't expect...
In Manchester we had a tent wrapped round, didn't we?
Yes.
And it had all the long cables and everything. It was horrendous.
And the guy that we helped, he had a curtain complete with lining. So that was fun and games.
Got that the wrong way round.
Oops, don't get it the wrong way round.
So there you are. Just got to put that together and...
You put that thing back on.
Yeah, well.
And that's it. Well done, Mr. Baker. A nice job. A blue job.
Oh, well, here we are, folks. We've had a very long day through 6 something hours.
Lovely, long, but really enjoyable.
A lot of locks.
Weather was nice, loads of locks, which I like. 14 locks altogether. I'll tell you one thing, the water levels are really low, and it is making a lot of the locks quite difficult to operate.
And quite worrying, because we were going to moor up before the last lock. I said, that's it, I've had enough. And you couldn't. The side was all very, well, the edge, it was very shallow, and there was boats at this angle who were moored up, so we thought, oh, we'll do one more lock into the next pound. This one seems fine. It was pretty bad down the other end.
But it seems all right this time.
It seems
it's just by the lock.
It's a bit.
Might have made a difference.
It's a bit. I don't think they're the same level, but it's a bit deeper here. The actual canal is. So we've had a good time. Lots and lots of exciting stuff to see. Berkhamsted was beautiful.
Really lovely little place.
You saw those lovely bridges and the way they'd painted them up and the good work. It was just lovely. It was a sort of pleasure to be here. Certainly.
Along the canal, they had what they call desks, which was like a desk with information written on about it. It was really useful.
Oh, there was loads, wasn't there?
Loads of historical facts. I wish I could have read them all out to you, but unfortunately, I'm not a history teacher.
I think we did a bit with your chap falling in the canal when he was drunk or something or other.
That was not in Berkhamsted.
Anyway.
That was Winkwell.
Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. It's been fun for us. We've had a great time. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please, you know what to do. Press
like.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So, more next week. See you, folks. Bye.